You think you know cruise ships? Water slides, buffets, maybe a rock climbing wall? But what about a bar that moves up and down the outside of the ship, or a roller coaster 18 stories above the ocean? Today, we're looking at 6 cruise ship features that sound more like science fiction than a vacation. Number 6. The hidden jail and morgue. Kicking off our list is the one feature cruise lines really don't want you to think about. This last one is a bit darker, but it's a mind-blowing fact of ship life. Every major cruise ship, from the fun-focused Carnival to the ultra-luxury lines, has 2 features you'll never see on a deck plan: the brig and the morgue. Let's be real. A cruise ship is a floating city of 5,000 to 7,000 people. And just like any city, it needs a way to handle, well, all of human behavior. First, let's talk about the brig. This is the ship's jail. Now, this isn't for people who are loud at the pool. This is for passengers who pose a serious threat to themselves, other passengers, or the crew. Think of extreme intoxication, violent fights, or major theft. Unlike on land, you can't just call the police and have them taken away. You're in the middle of the Atlantic. The ship's security team, which is often trained and led by former military or law enforcement, needs a place to hold this person. So, hidden in the crew-only areas, usually on a low deck, is a small, secure room, or sometimes just a few cells, with reinforced steel doors and basic furnishings. It's not for punishment. It's for containment. The passenger is detained there under observation until the ship reaches its next port of call. At that point, the passenger is handed over to the local police, and their cruise is very, very over. And then, there's the morgue. This is a morbid but statistically necessary reality. With thousands of people on board for a week or more, many of whom are retirees enjoying their golden years, medical emergencies are common. And unfortunately, sometimes those emergencies are fatal. By international maritime law, any ship of this size must be equipped to handle this situation. So, hidden deep in the ship's medical center, there is a small refrigerated room. It's a morgue, designed to store deceased passengers respectfully and hygienically. It's usually very small, with capacity for maybe 3 to 5 bodies. This isn't a feature you'll ever see advertised, but it's a critical part of the ship's infrastructure. It allows the medical staff to handle a tragic situation with dignity and professionalism until the ship can reach a port where the deceased can be disembarked and returned home. It's a stark reminder that a cruise ship isn't just a theme park. It's a complex, self-contained city with all the same real-world challenges. Number 5. The Snow Grotto. Music shifts to a spa-like, ethereal, wondrous tone. All right, from the dark and serious, let's go to the strange and surreal. Coming in at number 5, we have the Snow Grotto. Picture this. You're on a 7-day cruise in the Eastern Caribbean. It's 95 degrees outside and the humidity is so thick you can't breathe. You've just spent an hour in the ship's thermal spa, cycling through the boiling hot sauna and the herbal steam room. You are hot. Then you open a heavy insulated door, and you are in a different world. This is the Snow Grotto, or Snow Room, and you'll find this incredible feature on Selecti, Viking and Norwegian Cruise Line ships. This is not a cold room. It's not a menthol-infused mist room. This is a chamber that is kept at a frigid 14 degrees. That's 10 degrees, and the mind-blowing part. Real, powdery snow actually falls from the ceiling. The walls are lined with snow. The benches are covered in it. You can pick it up, you can make a very small snowball. It's a full-on winter experience, all while you're floating in the tropics. So, why? Is this just a gimmick? No, it's actually a core part of the traditional Nordic spa experience. It's all about hot and cold therapy. This has been a wellness tradition in Scandinavia for centuries. The hot part, the sauna, the steam, opens your pores, relaxes your muscles, and increases your circulation. The cold part, the snow room, is the shock that your body needs. It slams your pores shut, reduces inflammation, and releases a massive rush of endorphins. It's the same reason people do a polar bear plunge. The feeling is shocking. It's bracing, it's refreshing, and it makes you feel alive. To go from a 180-degree sauna to a 14-degree snow-filled room is an experience you will never, ever forget. And to think this is all happening on a ship. It's a marvel of thermal engineering, all in the name of a better spa day. Number 4, a planetarium at sea music, grand. Orchestral, slightly space opera feel vo. At number 4, we have a feature that is so unique, so special, that it exists on only one ship in the entire world. We're talking about a full-scale planetarium. at sea. While many new ships have incredible high-tech theaters or IMAX cinemas, Cunard's Queen Mary 2 takes entertainment to a different galaxy. Cunard is a line steeped in history and tradition. Its flagship, the Queen Mary 2, is an ocean liner, not a cruise ship, and is famous for its elegant transatlantic crossings. On a 7-day journey from New York to Southampton, there are no port stops. You have nothing but the open ocean, so the ship has to be the destination. And Cunard's brand is luxury and enrichment. This is where the planetarium comes in. Located inside the ship's theater, Illuminations is this hidden marvel. During the day, it's a normal plush theater for lectures and movies. But for the main event, a massive perforated dome descends from the ceiling, enclosing the audience. Guests recline in their seats. The lights go out. The stars come on. This is Illuminations, the world's only planetarium on a ship. You're treated to spectacular, high-definition virtual journeys through space. You're flying through the rings of Saturn, you're exploring distant nebulas, all narrated by top astronomers, and it gets even cooler. Cunard has partnerships with organizations like the Royal Astronomical Society. They will have actual astronomers, scientists, and even astronauts on board as guest lecturers. You can take a class on celestial navigation, using the actual stars at sea, just like sailors did for centuries, and then go see a stunning visual representation of those same stars in the planetarium. It is such an elegant, intelligent, and mind-blowing feature. It's not a thrill ride. It's a sense of wonder ride. And on a ship that is so connected to the history of ocean travel, it's a perfect way to connect passengers to the cosmos above them. Number 3, an onboard tattoo parlor, music, shifts to a cool, edgy, modern beat. A light rock and roll vibe. VO. Coming in at number 3 is a feature that tells you everything you need to know about the cruise line it's on. Forget a t-shirt or a keychain. Instead of a temporary souvenir, how about a permanent one? We're talking about Squid Ink, the world's first tattoo parlor at sea. This is the brainchild of Virgin Voyages, the adults-only cruise line from Richard Branson that has made its entire mission to be the anti-cruise cruise. No kids, no buffets, no cheesy theater shows. It's all about a cool rock and roll vibe. And what's more rock and roll than getting a tattoo? This is not a gimmick. This is not a guy with a needle in a back room. Squid Ink is a fully fledged, professional, and hyper-clean studio. It looks like a high-end parlor you'd find in Brooklyn or London, staffed by 2 full-time resident artists, but it gets even better. Virgin brings on guest artists from around the world, famous, in-demand tattooists, to do limited-run residencies on the ship. Passengers can book a session, just like they would a spa treatment, and get inked with traditional nautical designs, modern custom pieces, or even micro-tattoos. Now, you're probably thinking a tattoo? On a moving ship? That's the marvel of modern stabilizers. These giant ships are so incredibly stable that the artist can pull a clean, straight line, even in moderate seas. And what about aftercare? Everyone knows you're not supposed to submerge a new tattoo in water or expose it to the sun, which is basically all you do on a Caribbean cruise. Virgin thought of this. They use special medical-grade waterproof bandages, and they often recommend passengers book their session for the last day of the cruise, so they can head home to heal. It's a brilliant, edgy, and very on-brand feature. It's a permanent reminder of your vacation, and a feature you will absolutely never find on any other cruise line. Number 2, the magic carpet, moving platform, music, engineering music returns. Upbeat, innovative, a sense of problem-solving. VO. We're at number 2, and this one is, in my opinion, one of the single greatest feats of cruise ship engineering in the 21st century. It's called the magic carpet. Found on Celebrity's revolutionary Edge-class ships, the magic carpet is, well, it's hard to define. It's a massive cantilevered platform. When I say massive, I mean it's about the size of a tennis court. It's 90 tons. And it hangs off the side of the ship, painted a signature, bright orange. And here's the mind-blowing part. It moves. It's a marvel of engineering that moves up and down the vessel's exterior, serving different purposes on different decks. To understand why this is so brilliant, you have to understand the worst part of cruising, tendering. Tendering is what you do when the ship is too big to dock at a port, so you have to anchor offshore. The old process was awful. You'd wait in a hot lounge, get your tender ticket, and then walk down a narrow, unstable gangway onto a small, bobbing boat. It was inefficient, uncomfortable, and a nightmare for anyone with mobility issues. The celebrity engineers wanted to fix this, and they did.